Hey Brenda, how you doing? I'm just waiting for Joe and everybody else to show up. All of a sudden, everything started going squirrely on me, Brenda. It must be an old man thing. I don't know. Okay, Brenda, you can hear me all right.
Okay. Okay, Paul, I think you accidentally logged us off, huh?
Yeah, so I've
And
restarted again and everything.
okay, cool. I think I got my streaming on my drone, but I don't see it on my channel. It shows can failed to start the video camera, please. Did it? Oh, wait. Oh, I need to hold on. Okay, so that doesn't matter there, but I gotta go.
I don't know how to get a hold. Well, I could call Joe, I guess.
View your channel. Go to my live. One waiting. Hit play. How do you play it though? What? Okay, one waiting scheduled. Join the conversation. Open panel.
Forwarded to voicemail.
What did
The
I
person you're
do?
trying to reach is not available. At the
Live
tone,
streaming.
please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
Oh, Joe, I'm live again. Please join. Bye.
Edit in studio. Edit it. There it is. Play. And then I don't save it anywhere. Yeah, got it figured out, but not sure why. So, okay,
East
studio.
Coast, hey, how you doing? Three times the charm. I tell you what, the old man head is just getting out of whack. Joe puts it eloquently. He says, "Oh, you got to stop clicking buttons."
That's YouTube. Okay, now. Da-da-da-da-da.
Let's see. Dominic was over on the other one.
With Sorry about that.
So the other channel is turned off, is it? Or,
Yeah,
okay, because I don't want it to still be going and people over there, you know?
yeah. Two, position, understand. I wonder if it couldn't have gone to my Facebook. Purchase your new browser. Here, here.
Well, Brenda, can you hear me all right?
I can.
Can you, Lance, you can hear me? Okay.
Yep, I can hear you fine. Did I show you this, Paul?
What's that?
Let me
You don't have a camera on, you know that.
oh, the little kids in the hockey. Did I show you that?
No,
Oh, this is so cute. Let's see
your
if I
camera's not on.
okay, well, I'm gonna share my screen, so I don't think I need it on. Here, share, and oops, how do I go back?
Oh yeah, well there's snow skiing and there's a hockey game.
You watch closely. Hold on. So they called it a hockey spare or bowling. He bowled a spare, so he knocked these kids down first, and then he went over and
That
these
is
kids.
funny.
Yeah, very, very cute.
Well, Joe is gonna leave at about 5 minutes to maybe it was 5 minutes to 6. I thought he said he had to go 5 minutes to 5. Either that or he's gone.
Yeah.
Because it's 5:48 here right now. But he was gonna go early and pick up some McDonald's, I think.
Yeah.
Molly leaving was one.
I don't know what happened to Dominic.
I
He
know
was
you-
here.
Yeah. Where is the volume?
Mom's up.
Gonna be a volume here. Da, 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 Facebook protocol.
Osteoporosis might keep us stuck on the.
Now, let's get started.
So might be a really short Friday night for me. Lance, you got pizza night going, right?
I do. It's 2:49. My wife should be home. She has half a day today, so she usually stays and works and then comes home. So she should be home in about an hour probably. Facebook.
So you wait for her to get home before you start the pizza?
Yeah, she likes to watch me cook because she
Okay.
cooks the other 6 days of the week. It's her day off. Although Sunday we're going out to dinner with some friends, so we don't have to cook on Sunday. Some friends of ours, we've known, in fact, my wife's known him since high school. A really nice couple. She found out she had Parkinson's about 6 months ago. And so she's battling through all the medicine that they're giving her to try to keep her as stable as possible.
Boy, it
Or-
was such a heavy wet snow because it was raining before.
oh, really?
Yeah. And it turned into snow, and then we got a heavy blanket of probably 2 inches of heavy snow on top of the wet, you know?
Yeah. So,
But I'm glad I went and got that off there before it freezes solid, you know?
yeah, yeah.
Because what I'll do next is after we get off here, I'll go out and I got some rock, not rock salt, but the other stuff, the pet friendly stuff for put down, and it really cleans it up.
Uh-huh.
Expensive stuff, but yes, it works. I just go out there and throw it around and so Brenda, you still here with me?
That doesn't, how do you post it though?
Yeah,
Talking
I know, Brenda. The older I get, the less I like snow too, but it's the kind of thing you want to get after it right away. When we were kids, maybe you remember this, Brenda, but when I was a kid, there'd be several of my friends. We just rove the neighborhood looking to go ask people if you want us to shovel your snow. We'll shovel your snow. We'll shovel your snow, and they give us $5, $2, $3, whatever it took, you know. Today, these kids, they're just fat and sassy. They get all the money from the parents that they want, and they're not out to do anything. Different culture.
get out of that. Get out of that. Get out of that. Get out of that. And that. And that. And that. And that. Okay, I'm gonna try this one more time, Paul.
What's
See if
that?
it works. Oh, I'm gonna see if I can live stream from my drone right here in my room.
Well, I was tickled to death earlier today. We got it so that I could actually my Air 2S would the Zoom would work again on that controller.
Okay, so it's live streaming, but now I don't know if it automatically saves to my YouTube channel or not. And doesn't give me anywhere to look. When I go back to my YouTube channel, and I'm going to do a 30 seconds and I'm going to stop it right now. I'm going to end end live stream. I'm going to end it. Now I'm going to go to my YouTube channel, see if it's there. And
Hey, Frank.
the one that I posted at 2:35 is say it's upcoming, but how do you get it to post? Create, go live. Back. Here, gotta go. Your channel. Click on live. I don't know. No, Paul. Here. There's this recording, but I don't know how it's putting it on my YouTube channel. Can you hear me, Paul?
What's that? Yeah, you're entertaining.
Okay. Yeah, so I've got my controller working and it shows that it's recording the video, showing the footage on the drone. But then I go to my YouTube channel and I don't see where I click on my live and I click here. Let me show you, Paul, what I'm doing here. Oh, you got some weather coming through.
Yeah, wait, there's what it was earlier at 4
Oh, yeah.
o'clock.
Yeah, wow. So it's cleared up a little bit, huh?
Yep, it's moving out.
You'll be 70 degrees tomorrow.
As you can see, it's moving to the southeast.
Here,
So
go there. Try it one more time. Here. Live stream. It looks like it's recording. And I'll
Jim's
record.
droning. Hey, how you doing? Dusty's here and Brenda, Jim, Frank. How's everybody doing on this Friday night? I don't know how your guys' weather is, but mine is just kind of yucky and not only yucky, there's no ships or anything going around.
There it is. Capture your moments on A10. Oh, it's private. So how do I change it from private to public? Where do I go to do that? Edit. Edit. Dun, 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 dun. Go down toward the bottom, maybe. No, not made for kids. Right there, public. Done. Save. Now it should be on my channel, Paul. Go here, your channel. I go to live. Still not there. Of course it's not. Oh, there we go, live. Finally. But do I have to turn that on every time? So I'm going to try to record one more time, Paul. Okay?
Okay.
You ready for this? Okay, I'm going to try it one more time. Here we go. I'm going to go 3 dots, transmission, live stream. Transition. Live stream is now grayed out. Why? Why is live stream grayed out now? So I'm gonna get out of there. I'm gonna go here, transmission, live stream, RT, start stream, 3, 2, 1,
Hey, Donald.
and it's recording. So
Did
now,
you leave and then start?
Yeah, I got pushing buttons and you know how.
Hey, I know how that goes.
Yes, I know.
Ah,
But Lance is having a hard time figuring out how to live stream from his drone.
exit and in.
That's something I would be curious on how to do. I've never done that.
Okay, so I just figured it out, but I don't know how to make my video live right away, within 10 seconds.
Are you doing it through the Fly app, or are you doing it through a third party?
I'm doing it through the Fly app.
And that's where you enter in the ID that Google gives you when you, or
Yeah,
YouTube
yeah.
gives you.
Yeah, the RTMP.
Mm-hmm.
You copy those 2 lines and you put it in there, and then, but it was really giving me a hard time until, I've been playing around with it for about an hour, and it finally started to work. And I don't know.
As you can
Here's
see,
what I
Brenda,
do.
the flags are whipping pretty good too.
And,
Joe had to go get his dinner and then go report for photographic duty. And Dominic was here, but he when I lost him in one of my reruns. This somebody said earlier, Don, 3 times is a charm.
Hmm. Oh, so you've been on 3 times,
Yep,
and Dominic said, "Forget it. I'm gonna go somewhere else."
that's what I think. Yep.
Well, not sure we can blame him.
No, I don't blame anybody, you know.
All right, move that. I
It's just my stupidity.
well, I decided, I need to document putting this box in the buggy, but I'm at the point where it's going to start becoming permanent. And it's like, I shot a few pictures and I found a few things, so I'm gonna, I think, fake a couple shots
Okay.
of construction just so I can have a cohesive video.
You probably almost should have had a camera set up and videotaped and then cut what you want in and out.
Yeah, but
That's a lot of
the problem is when you want to document a project is that you're working on documenting it and not working on the project. What I need is someone to follow me around and document
yeah,
it for me,
you need a photographer behind you.
or someone
or
to
a
do the
vid-
work for me and I videotape. That might be even better.
Or a videographer, yeah.
But splitting your attention between the two things. But I think, let's see here. I did set up. Ooh, that looks nice. Some video for this repair job. That I did set up my GoPro and got me building those stops. I didn't get me clamping them in place. Look at me sanding, sanding, sanding. Now I've got cardboard. Oh, I got that clamped in place. So yeah, I got something I can use there. That. Got that building. Good. I got that. Yeah. I could have gotten more of clamping those stops in place, but so now let me mark that off my list. I started a list on my dry erase board. So we got shot 1 there. Good. Ah. So I missed, how many people did you have earlier?
There was Joe, myself, Lance, and Dominic.
So I missed everybody. And I showed up to the Lance is figuring something out show.
Okay,
Is that it?
that's it.
Virtual.
So I think it's going to be a short night tonight, Don.
What is this? Oh, I know what that is. Never mind. Well, that's okay. I've got
You got things to do,
some
right?
KFC tonight. It's little girl's first birthday today.
Oh,
party-
okay.
Her party is tomorrow.
But you're going to have a little private party tonight?
Yeah, we're gonna have a little bit tonight. We're gonna have some fried chicken and
mashed potatoes and gravy, and here
Yep.
comes Ron. Hey, Ron.
Oh, Ron's here. I gotta go.
Can
I always feel so welcome.
you feel the love, Ron?
I feel the love. How the hell is everybody doing?
Well,
It's Friday.
it's snowed a heavy, wet snow all day today.
Mm.
Yeah, I saw you out there shoveling.
Yep.
Oh, goodness.
It's been a heck of a week, and I got no alcohol in the house.
Heavens.
But like I said, I need to buy alcohol when I'm not craving it. That way I know I'm not addicted.
Did a little hunting this morning.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, looking for some coyotes, but no dice. Had fun with the guys, though.
Is it cold out?
It was actually a decent day. It started out pretty chilly, but it ended up being, I don't know, close to 40 today, which is warm here
Wow.
this time of year.
Nice.
Be right back. I think Mia wants to go out. She's bugging the hell out of me. What do you want?
Even at that. Mr. Don, how was your day going, sir?
I'm glad it's over.
Oh, okay. That good,
It,
huh?
it has been a rough week.
Yeah. Guess I can't say because I've been off all week. My week starts tomorrow.
Hey, Ron.
Lance, how are you? You're on there twice.
Yeah, I came downstairs. I left my computer on up there. I had to come down. I wanted to get some water, and I thought, I'm gonna sit on the couch and relax a little bit and join from down here.
There you go.
You feeding your deer yet?
No, they fed them for a while.
Probably the time of year where they get hungry.
Yeah, the problem is there's, I don't know, 4 or 5 inches of snow in the yard, and I don't know whether it'd be hard for them to find the feed. Springtime's coming. They actually say to not really feed them corn in the winter. They need to be eating other things. Something that you shouldn't feed them too much in the winter. It'll
Yeah.
actually mess up their digestive system or something.
They probably have to have those lean months
Yeah.
to clear out any of their gut biome. Feeding them corn throws a lot of sugar in there and making unhealthy stuff.
Yeah.
Don't know. That's all a guess.
Yeah, it very well could be. Very well could be. Yeah, back to work tomorrow.
So you're a Saturday to Thursday guy?
No. Work 1, off 1, work 1, off 5. That's the
It's
normal.
different,
The normal is
different
supposed to,
every week.
that always happen. I could have picked up the rest of the shift last night, but I just decided to stay home. They had two providers on a call yesterday that went through a pretty traumatic call, and
3 degrees Fahrenheit and a low of 17 degrees.
um, they didn't really want to work the rest of the shift. They had an explosion at one of the oil rigs. Apparently, it was pretty nasty.
I'm watching a little bit of TV. There's a couple that rent. Looks like they've got like 3 or 4 old RVs. Like one that would sit on the back of your truck, and a couple that you pull behind in their yard. They're 1970s vintage,
Right.
and they're authentic. And they have them all fixed up and decked out, and you can rent them for the weekend. Rent them whenever. But I
Right.
don't think they're movable.
Where did my scrap piece of cardboard go that I was using?
Here and there, but I don't know where they are. But it looked kind of cool.
Oh, there it is.
Where'd Paul go? Is he out shoveling again?
Yeah, he was out there with me, I guess.
Okay. And Ron, do you fly the Mavic 3? What do you fly?
Mavic 2.
Oh yeah, the Mavic. I love my Mavic 2.
They say, Lance, they say fly what you got. Would I like to have a newer, fancier drone? Absolutely.
Yeah.
But I can't justify.
Again, the Mavic 4 is going to be perfect for a person like you if you wanted to upgrade. I mean,
Right.
You're taking 2 steps up, and it'd be a nicer drone. If you needed something like that, but for me to go from a 3 to a 4, I don't know how long I'll wait.
Kind of like the same way whenever I got the Air 3S, it wouldn't have been good, but if I had been upgrading, but it'd been a while since. I mean, the last big drone I'd flown was the Phantom 4, and the only other one I owned was the Mini 1. So that was a huge jump. That was well worth it.
For me to upgrade, it's got to be something significant in the camera, in the quality of the camera.
Yeah.
That to me makes it worth the upgrade.
I didn't realize that the Mavic 3 Classic, they instituted Zoom later on down the road on that.
Right.
Which is kind of cool. That's why I thought, no, I would never buy the Classic because it doesn't have Zoom. But they have the 3X, but then I started thinking about it. The Mavic 3 and the Mavic 3 Pro, they're just pushing in. I mean, they're cropping it for you, instead of you cropping it in post. So you're paying DJI to crop it for you, basically, or push it in. It's like, well, we could do that, in post. So but at the time, I just thought it was cool.
You know, it's going to take some time here, Lance. Is I've been talking about this forever. Is in June of 23, I took that trip to Alaska to do. It was a bear photography trip. I filmed the coastal brown bears, Alaska. And God, I'm in this folder right now, and I've been waiting to kind of get this computer to start this project because I want to have like Final Cut on one side of my screen and all my folders of pictures and photos and everything on the other side. God, there's so much footage and pictures. I just don't know how the hell am I gonna.
Yeah, overwhelming.
It is.
You know, I was so good at labeling when I was younger. I would label them by month.
Yeah, like here's one. This is when these there was a mom and two cubs that all of a sudden we turned around and they're running at us. We're like, oh shit. Well, here the reason they were was there was a big male coming right up behind them. Mom come up and felt safer around us, and then she come up in front of us and then laid down in front of this like canyon wall. So she had a safe background, but then she could, you know, in front of her, she could sit there and defend, but she felt safer with us. But here's, you know, this is, God, 15, 20 yards away. This photo. Can you guys see this?
Not yet.
Not
No.
yet. There
Yeah.
you go.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
Cool.
makes you just want to go scruffle them, but you can't.
Yeah, that would be a bad idea.
Yeah, but you just wanna.
Well, Joe, Ron, what do you think about,
Mama might take your arm off, but it might be worth a look at those faces.
you see all these videos of like bear cubs and raccoons and all kinds of stuff being going up to people's homes and they turn around and turn them into almost like a docile pet.
It's a bad idea.
Yeah, it's a bad idea. My parents had a raccoon that was in a tree of theirs, and they think he may have been raised because there's this raccoon out in their yard. They go out there and they talk to him. Well, he comes down and he comes walking up on the back porch with them, and he's hanging out. And they're like, okay, well, let's get him something. So they went inside, got him some marshmallows, and he hung out. He would come up every evening, and he would have marshmallows and treats and stuff, and then he would go off in the woods and disappear. He ended up disappearing for good. So we think either somebody hit him or somebody hauled him off. But raccoons, there's Pets from Hell where people have raised raccoons and then tried to turn them back into the wild. And the raccoons remember where they're supposed to live and have chewed holes in the side of houses to get back into their nice warm bed.
Back into the house.
Yeah.
Well, I can't see Ron having any pets, wild animals, pets. Although Oliver was pretty close, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was a good dude. That's my little buddy.
It would have been nice to have a tag on him to find out what happened to him, you know,
Yeah.
like where you could track where he went or whatever. And he's been gone how long, Ron?
Yes,
2 or 3 years, isn't it?
2 years, yeah, at least. Yeah. Yeah.
And what was he?
He was a mule deer. Really big buck. Very, very tame.
He loved Ron.
Yeah.
Ron would go outside, you know, and he used to feed the deer in the yard.
Yeah.
And he'd come right up and get on the porch and just eat out of Ron's hands.
There was one day I was actually on on Johnny's channel one morning, Sunday morning, and I'm sitting there in my chair, and he come up behind me, and I took the food and put it right over my left shoulder. He come up and bent his head over my shoulder.
And nibbled it off.
Yeah, those guys were sitting there watching it. Yeah, it was on Johnny's Sunday morning coffee thing there.
Yeah, all of a sudden, Don, he was there and then he was gone. And so Ron figures he either got shot
Yeah.
or hit by a car or
Yep,
The
those.
next day was rifle season.
opening season. Yep.
Yeah.
He had quite a rack on him too, didn't he?
Oh, he was huge. He was a big boy. Yeah, Oliver.
Yeah, I think about him every once in a while.
Yeah,
He was entertaining.
yeah.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, Ron. Didn't you run into a snake pit one time? And they were in the cave or in the wall of a.
Yeah. I ran into a couple different snakes. One was I was with a hunter, and we climbed a hill. This young kid, he was only 28 years old. We were up after an antelope. We got to the top of this hill, and I said, "You okay?" He's huffing. He's like, "Yeah. No. Snake." I looked down, and here we were in front of a pile of rocks, and we walked right into what looked like a baby rattlesnake nest. I grabbed a hold. I said, "Hold on to your gun." Grabbed a hold of him and rolled us down the hill and got the hell out of there like real quick.
Yeah, because where there's
Stepped on
one
her.
usually, where there's one baby snake, there's usually lots of them,
Oh,
right?
I'm sure there were several others. Yeah.
Well, what time of year?
It was early October.
So on the
Yeah.
plus side, it was getting cooler.
Yeah, but the problem is with those baby rattlers is
Yeah, they have no idea.
they don't, and all they know is attack, and they
Yeah.
give the full venom.
Huh? Bite and
And Paul, if I remember correctly, when I was in Alaska 2 years ago, especially when I was in Homer, memory serves me correctly, I believe I came onto your channel before I went into the wilderness off grid. Got a picture here of Homer, Alaska. God, there's so many pictures.
You really love Alaska, don't you?
I do, dude. It's just, I'll tell you from a photographer standpoint, you can't ask for much more. And
Well, I would imagine
phrase
Alaska
that-
gives you can just about shoot something anywhere, right?
I heard a local say once that you can climb a mountain and come to the top of the mountain and look over and say, God, it's absolutely gorgeous. They say, well, wait till you get to the next one.
Every peak's a different look, and every different look is much better, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, I'll never forget when you fell in the ice and
Oh, yeah.
hurt your leg, and you had to crawl back to the truck.
Yeah, that was a fun day. Not.
That's when we were talking to you about you going out in the wilderness. You should have a sat phone with you.
Yeah. Oh.
Because you're out in the wilderness, and there's not. Sometimes the cell phones work, and sometimes they don't, right?
Yes.
Now, have you ever seen a bear attack a human?
Close. when I was in Alaska last year, he wasn't aggressive, but he snuck up behind me and was very curious and got too close for my comfort. Um,
So
You
you
know,
don't want to move fast or anything in that vent, do you?
no, the funny thing, here's the funny story, Paul, was about 2 days before I left work, I was joking around. And I said, hey guys, if I don't show up for work on September 10th, which was my first day back, oh, Ron, don't worry. If you don't show up, we'll get a search party and we'll come do a search and rescue for you in Alaska. In other words, they're like, yeah, we're looking for an excuse to go to Alaska, all of us supervisors. Well, I land in Petersburg, Alaska, which is my initial destination. And I'm 2 days ahead of everybody else, the rest of my guys. And my whole purpose was I wanted a little alone time to go do my photography, go down to the river, look for some bears, do some fishing on the river. And within an hour, the hotel manager came to the airport, picked me up, brought me back to the hotel, got me checked in, got my rental car, and said, Ron, you're good to go. And then I'm on the road, drove 10 miles down the road down to the river. Scary part is when you drive down the road, there's a little dirt parking lot off the right side of the road. You pull in there, and it's about between a quarter and a half a mile walk from that dirt parking lot to the river. Problem is, the vegetation on that path is very high on both sides. So anything could pop up. And I walk back there, I actually have my bear spray in my hand. And I get down to the river. I see one guy down there. He's about 200 yards down fishing. So I've got my backpack, I've got my drone, my cameras, my 360, my Sony, both my Sonys, all my stuff. There's a big rock, big boulder I always sit on. And I was sitting there for 5 minutes. And all of a sudden I turned around and looked. I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, those idiots are going to get their search and rescue. There was this 600-pound grizzly bear staring at me. And
How far away was he?
about 30 yards. They can close that gap in about 3 seconds.
Don't be
Yeah.
hungry, don't be mad, don't be hungry, don't be mad.
Yeah. Please, I'm a nice guy. I mean it.
Did he just decide to go the other way or what?
No, he was sitting there eating. Problem was, I looked around and I did not see any cubs because I had heard word from the hotel lady that there was a female down there the day before that had 2 cubs that chased a lady on a bicycle. I'm like, please don't let this be the one.
Yeah.
Here's another neat picture to share, Paul. This was, long story short, finish up the story, I sat there for about 5 minutes. She kept getting closer and closer. And then when I realized the wind is off my right side, she's on my left, I waited till the right moment and I just let off a big burst of bear spray and it carried through the air. And all of a sudden her nose went up and she's like, oh shit, I don't like that. And off she ran. She took off.
Oh, really?
Yeah. She never come at me, never was aggressive, but just was getting too close
Getting too close and headed your way, right?
and heading my way.
So the bear spray really does work then.
Oh yeah, yeah. Here's kind of a cool picture. I stopped at what the hell do you call it? O'Reilly's Auto Parts. There's one in Homer, Alaska. I had to stop in there for something. for the rental car. And got to asking the guy, I said, is there any spot besides right here on the bay? I said, where the eagles really just gather. And he goes, yeah. He tells me this spot. He said, go up to Muddy Creek Beach. And he gave me the directions. It's about 8-10 miles up the road. And here, so I go up there. Oh, there were like eagles everywhere. I mean, everywhere. Here's a picture of, there was like 3 of them just sitting there. There were just dozens and dozens of eagles everywhere.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
They're big
Now-
ones too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's hard to believe, but they will winter down here in Missouri, and
They do.
Stella, Missouri, has Eagle Days, and you have eagles like that down here in Missouri just sitting around during the winter.
They do. They migrate down from Alaska.
Mm-hmm.
They come here to Wyoming too. Yeah.
My
Well,
wife worked for
there's somebody that you know, the Philadelphia Eagles, they have an eagle that somebody has as a pet and takes it and launches it from up in the upper part of the stadium, and it flies around and gets lower and lower and lower, puts his arm out like that and lands right on his arm.
Yeah. My brother was a raptor rehabber in Wichita, Kansas, and I got to do that. I got to hold a bald eagle.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. Here, I'll give me a second. I'll find it.
He was a big one?
Yeah. Let's see.
Well, you really have had a lot of good experiences out in the wild stuff.
I have, Paul. You know, I consider myself very fortunate. And you find you albums. This is on my Facebook. You'll laugh because I look younger and have hair, and yeah. Yeah, here I am.
No matter what it looks like, I'm going to say, what the hell happened to you?
Yeah. There you go.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Big
What
bird.
the hell happened to you?
I know. Got older, dude. Yeah.
Time comes for us all.
Big bird. I had a big, I don't know if you can see it. I had a glove on. You gotta be very careful.
Oh yeah, they grab on, they think you're a tree limb or something, right?
Yeah. Here you go, Paul. Now Don's really going to attack me here.
You make me sound like a mean person.
Well, this is a spotted leopard. Spotted leopard. They are the rarest cat in the world. My brother worked at a private animal park in Wichita, Kansas, and this is a much younger Ron, but I'm holding a spotted leopard cub.
Oh yeah.
What the hell happened to you?
I know. Yeah. Rare kitty. Yeah, they're very rare cat.
Well, he was just a youngin', right?
Yeah.
Did you see it at 6:30 p.m. Akisho says, I got out of my car to watch a sunrise near Mount Shasta, climbed up a rock, sat there and watched the sun come up before I looked down and saw a rattlesnake next to me.
Soaking up the same warmth.
Yeah.
Sharing the sunrise.
Guys, here is a 3-day-old giraffe.
Yeah.
Where do you see this?
Just like a little calf, huh?
A little cat.
Bit.
3-day-old giraffe. I got the hand feed.
That's 3 days old?
3 days old.
Holy crap.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I,
We
I
used to have-
I would imagine birthing that son of a bitch out of here.
Yeah, that
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
oohs and owls coming out. Yeah.
We used to have a place in Arkansas, Gentry, Arkansas. They had a wild animal type experience, if you will. But they would have baby tigers and baby bears and stuff that you could play with until they got a little bit too
Older.
old to. But they'd let you bottle feed and stuff like that down there, and took
Yeah.
the kids down every spring to see the baby animals. And so you'd have all kinds of stuff like that, and kangaroos and
These are, have you ever heard of ring-tailed lemurs?
uh-huh.
Here are ring-tailed lemurs that I was hand feeding. They love to crawl right up on your lap and look at the hair I had done.
Yeah. I mean, all over. Oh, I was looking at the monkey.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you had lots of hair.
Yeah, I did.
There's actually 2 lemurs there, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, you look a lot like Justin there.
Oh Jesus. Don't have to be mean.
That Don's being a jerk.
And one last one here is this is a big kid. This was Rena. Was a 600-pound white Bengal tiger. Thank God there was thick metal cage in between the two of us. But look how tall this tiger is, towering over top of me.
So there was a screen between you. Oh,
Thank
yeah.
God.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a big kitty. Feeding her chicken. Chicken and, bones and all. They need so much chicken and bones for the calcium because it helps reduce their chances of getting a disease called rickets.
Yep.
Cats are prone to.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yep. They have the
Yeah.
down in Arkansas. They have that big cat rehab place, and they'll get like cats who have been hand raised and not treated like pets instead of like wild animals, and they get different animals down there to rehab. It is a really cool place. You can pay to rent a cabin there that is overlooking like the areas where the cats roam.
Wow.
But they had a cat down there. There's I can't remember what his name. I want to say it was Ferdinand or something like that, and he had the equivalent of Down syndrome, but for big cats. I don't think he's alive anymore.
How old do big cats like that live?
I don't know.
Because I know big birds live a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those parrots can live 100, 120 years old.
Yep. Yep.
Wow.
You get a baby parrot, you better have great grandchildren.
Ah,
So my wife worked in a cannery up in Naknek, Alaska, during the summer when she was going to college. She'd go up there in the summertime, and they would, from the cabins they stayed in to the actual cannery was, I don't know, half a mile, maybe not quite that long, but they would carry around, they called them bear scares, and they would carry around empty beer cans and put rocks in them or pop cans and shake them as they walked on the road, just to make sure that the bear stayed away.
I just say whenever I go down Arkansas, they have a few black bears sighted in the national forest down there, and when I would go there hiking, I always kept all my tent pegs hanging loose on the back of my backpack so they would jangle while I was
Jangle,
walking.
jangle.
Yep. I got tent pegs that jingle jangled.
Check on dinner.
But every summer, she never saw a bear on her trip to her cabin in the cannery. They saw bears other times, but she did say one of the gals ran into a bear that didn't bother her, but she saw it on the way from the cabin to the cannery.
Yeah, I know,
You know,
but nowadays, a lot of guys carry a bear spray, you know, it's like a little,
That should be a last resort, though.
and in the summer, it doesn't get dark. I mean, it gets dark for about an hour.
Now, Lance, we were talking earlier about being diligent about naming footage when you're younger. What do you do now?
I leave it on my card, and then I eventually, you know, I'm still real sloppy now. I used to do it, but a monthly folder, and now I don't do a very good job. But
I bring it
I
in
don't
by
shoot as much.
project, and then I name it. Like, say, if it's the Doom Buggy, like I'm working right now, is Gonz for Gonzo, the Doom Buggy, and then I have the year and the month, so 2401 trunk, and in that folder, I will select everything and name all those files with that prefix, and then just a sequential number. But I don't go through and name like popsicle stick template or cardboard cutting. I don't do any of that anymore, but I still do a mass rename.
Yeah.
But I used to, yeah, every single piece of footage that was imported had a description, like a human description, like this is a pan left person walking through, red hat, something like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Too much effort to ingest footage like that. But back in the day, everything that you ingested had to be loaded in off of tape. And so it didn't take much to say, yeah, name the footage and bring it in that way. Now we ingest so much footage that it makes it kind of easy to be lazy. But the worst thing that I want to happen is to have a bunch of image AA07 and have multiple image AA07 from different projects on my hard drive.
And then if you move your footage around in Premiere, you of course you break the link, and then you go searching for that footage. And like you said, you've got three videos named the same thing. You search your hard drive and it's imports the wrong one, and you got a
It
mess.
depends on if I'm shooting for the edit, and a lot of times I'm shooting for the edit. I finish the edit in Premiere. I'll go ahead and use Project Manager to export the clipped pieces, and you keep only what I'm using because I was shooting for the edit, and so I get rid of all the bad takes and whatever. I just keep the finished project and all that footage, and ditch everything else.
What do you use for editing?
Me?
Yeah.
Premiere, primarily. I've edited on Final Cut years ago. I use Premiere now because I've been using Premiere for a while, and I do for commercials. I need to have the graphics. I'm used to using After Effects for doing graphics and stuff like that. I know people do DaVinci, and they say DaVinci does excellent in graphics, but I have never been able to wrap my head around DaVinci as far as the Fusion side of things, the node-based graphics. I haven't been able to wrap my head around it.
Yeah, I've
So
thought about downloading that free version just to try it.
of DaVinci
Uh-huh.
for 9, one thing I do love about DaVinci, and I have played with it, is the way they segment out the rooms, and you have your basically your first room is just basically your rough cut. You have your footage, you drop it in, you got a rough cut, then you have the second tab, which is edit, where you can do a little more complicated edits and separate out the audio and do some J and L cuts, and then you go into, after that, you can go into your graphics. Then you have your coloring, where you can work on recoloring all your stuff, but you can always go back into one of the previous rooms, and the changes you've made in any room affects the footage in any other room, or affects the clip because you're working on the same footage. And I do like the idea of that, where you can move back and forth really easily. If I do something in After Effects, you can kind of link it in Adobe. You have the project link, so you can import an Adobe After Effects file into your Premiere. It is very slow compared to DaVinci. Now, for 99% of what people edit, you can get by with the cheap free software. You can get by with just the I can't remember what the name of the room is called in DaVinci, but it's the cut room. It might be cut. Is that first room, and then the export. LumaFusion on the iPad is an excellent for the majority of what people put up.
Yeah, I use LumaFusion on my iPad. I love it. It does a pretty decent job.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. I haven't been in it for a bit, but I need to make sure it's updated.
They've done some upgrades over the past year or so. It's done a lot of neat stuff.
Okay. So, did I not get that? Let me double check. I don't see it. Let's try it again. I'm sending over footage from, well, there it is. Good.
Hey, Ron, you know what tonight is, don't you?
No.
Pizza night for Lance.
Pizza night for Lance every Friday.
For me, it's KFC.
And he cooks the pizza.
Steve Carpenter's night too, I think.
And KFC night for Don.
Oh.
I don't have any set nights for set foods. It might make decisions a lot easier if I did that.
Well, it would give everybody they wouldn't have any expectations. They would know what night it is and what the food is.
Right,
Yeah.
but it would also be something I wouldn't have to make a decision. I wouldn't have to figure anything out. It would just be, I know what I'm doing.
Well, what you do is you just designate, you write on the calendar, Friday is KFC night.
I'm not sure if I want to do the same thing every week. I'd probably have to set it up as, maybe a 2 to 3 week cycle. Good. That. Good. Yeah. You know what? These are crappy, but that's okay. Very noisy. Oh. But I don't care really.
Well, you noticed, Paul, this week, decided to do a little rearranging there at the house, but that antelope up here used to be in my other room. I brought it in here because that was an antelope that I guided Dawn on that hunt trip.
Okay, and
This is
remember Don.
Dawn's actual antelope.
Now, is that the bear over your shoulder? Because it's so dark,
Yeah.
I can't tell.
Yeah, Yeah, I need to get some better lighting in here so it lights them up. Turn the light.
That helps.
Yeah. That would be Mr. Bear on my right shoulder.
Now, have you named him?
Brutus.
Brodus, okay.
And this would be Andrew the antelope.
What's the one right behind you?
Thomas the turkey. And there's Victor, Elvis, and Matthew. You always remember them from years
Yep.
ago.
And you still liking your monitor?
Oh God, dude. Loving it.
And yours is curved. It doesn't bother you at all?
Not at all. It's
Do you have a, do you have a curved TV as well, or just a monitor?
Yeah, just the monitor. It's not curved that much. And my desk sits in a corner, and I have it stretched across the corner. So it's almost kind of hard to tell the curve. I think the LG, the one I was initially looking at, has more of a curve than this Samsung. But yeah, it's loving it.
Okay, guys. Well, I'm gonna go. I think probably everybody's getting ready to eat, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna take off.
Okay, Don, have a good weekend.
Hey, Don,
See you
have a
guys later.
weekend. Well, maybe we'll see you over the weekend, huh?
That's optimistic.
Well, you're gonna work on your documenting your part for your dune buggy, right?
Hopefully,
Okay.
but we'll
Don,
see.
you take care, buddy.
All right.
See you, Don.
Bye for now. Well, I think I'm gonna call it, Ron.
Alrighty.
It's
You gonna pack it in?
pack it in, Lance. Yep.
Okay.
You got pizza to cook.
Yep, I do.
Okay. All right,
Okay,
everybody.
Ron.
Hey, thanks for being
See you,
here.
Paul.
We'll see all of you again, maybe in the morning. Ron, thanks for being here. Thanks, Lance.
Yeah, maybe we'll see you next week, probably, Paul.
Okay, bye.